We're gearing up to complete our second year of homeschooling this December. So today I want to share with you a little bit about our journey and why out of all the homeschool styles, the Montessori style, traditional, classic, eclectic, or Waldorf, I primarily chose to go with Charlotte Mason. I do sprinkle in some concepts from the Waldorf style because some of the approaches and values do align with what I think is important and align with what I know my family needs. And that's just one of the beautiful things about homeschooling my babies. Before we get into all of that, first I'd like to say welcome. I'm so happy you're here. My name is Lydia. I'm a toddler mom of two, and I've worked in the education space for 10 years. We're talking public schools, charter schools, online schools, corporate edtech startups, and I myself am currently in grad school. So you could pretty much say that education has been a huge part of my life. Add this to my childhood experience of growing up on a Bible college campus. My father was a minister and teacher, so it's easy to see why the Mason way appealed to me. In the Charlotte Mason approach, it states that education is an atmosphere, a discipline, a life, and this is the foundation upon which the entire method was built. It means that a child's learning is shaped by their environment as much as formal types of instruction. This type of atmosphere includes your natural home environment, relationships with family and others, quality of books, art, exposure to nature, all of which provide living ideas and opportunities for growth. Since the day I brought my first baby home from the hospital, I knew that I wanted to be a stay-at-home mom, and even when I did work, I worked from home. I created my first homeschool style learning environment for my baby girl when she was 9 months old, and since then I never looked back. I spent a lot of time learning how to create an environment that would promote play and learning and curiosity to cultivate a love of reading. And by the time her brother had come along when she was about 15 months, I created almost like a mini school in my home. Up until then, I had felt very equipped to handle everything on my own, but by the time she reached 2 and got into toddlerhood, I felt outmatched. I started to seek out information and advice on parenting toddlers, on motherhood, on becoming what I needed to be so that I could support her. It got really hard at times, and I felt that I was coming up short because here I was trying to do everything and be everything. That's when I stumbled upon the Charlotte Mason method. She leans into a child's natural tendencies to play and observe and be curious and ask questions, and she emphasizes the importance of allowing the child to do this uninterrupted. A principle, in fact, is no formal education before the age of 6. As a teacher, I had always felt the pressure to ensure that my children were academically set up to be successful. As a mother, I was tired, and I do remember reading a part in the book where she recognized that mothers are exhausted and mothers are busy, and mothers don't need to be doing everything they think they need to be. And this spoke to me on a cellular level because I most certainly was fatigued. But here was an expert telling me that it's okay to let my children play. They will learn as much and everything that they need to learn in their own way. And that this time, it should be a quiet growing time. Instead of being the captain of a ship and leading them here and leading them there, I should instead relinquish that wheel to them, allow them to steer this ship, and instead take on the role of a navigator and be their helpful guide along the way. I apply this in my home by picking a unit to study for a season, and right now we're studying rocks and geology. I've gotten a few books on geology that we'll be reading over the next few weeks. I got them a box of gemstones that are just big and beautiful, and they can see, touch, feel, observe, and learn about each and every one. We will also be taking a trip to our local science museum where they have an entire section dedicated to rocks and crystals and geodes. It's beautiful. We've been there before, but now we're going to go with a new set of knowledge. It's going to be so fun to see everything that they've learned come to life on this field trip. Having this themed and seasonal approach takes a lot off of my mental load. We're able to move throughout the day softly and with fluidity, and I can take advantage of a learning opportunity when it presents itself and when it's right and when the babies show interest. The Mason Way also emphasizes the importance of building good character and building good habits, and there are plenty of times throughout the day that we have the opportunity to work on those. The thing is, I'm learning just as much as the kids because the Mason Way is a holistic view. It is more than just a method of academic learning, it feels like a manual on how to live life. It teaches you how to find the value in all things, great and small, and it's beautiful.